What am I? We have arrived at the last special thought in A Course in Miracles and the last 10 days of new ideas and contemplations on understanding and remembering of who we truly are. Welcome to the Qigong support for A Course in Miracles students. My name is Judith and this is part of the Lucid Mind Center, a virtual center which I started as a result of finishing the first round of A Course in Miracles and becoming a facilitator for the Monroe Institute. The reason this is called Qigong support is because after reading and contemplating this idea with you and also each one of the lessons, I'm going to guide you to Qigong classes which are specially suited for this particular idea and special thought. I have even recorded that special thought already last year. I didn't know what I was doing really. I didn't have good microphone, not a good camera. I did it live, so it's very difficult to hear. So in those coming days, I will be recording the session now with the new technology. Anyhow, let's begin reading this special idea of what am I, and I will give you more instructions at the end. What am I actually starts with a prayer. What am I? I am God's Son, complete and healed and whole, shining in the reflection of His love. In me is His creation sanctified and guaranteed eternal life. It is very interesting is because in Qigong, for example, this is one of the things which, as a Course in Miracles student and teacher, I do not necessarily agree with. So there is certain Qigong schools which are teaching that you have to purify your soul, if you will, to become eternal. And as a Course in Miracles students, we understand that this is just a tiny little misunderstanding. First of all, the soul is pure as it is. The Christ consciousness, the Christ within you, that holiness within you is pure, always pure. No matter what you think, it can change that. And what you are doing are just effects of your thoughts. So you cannot really harm the soul. The soul is always perfect. And also the soul is always eternal. The only thing what you can train is your mind. And the mind only needs to remember. It doesn't need to become eternal. The mind just needs to remember that it is eternal already. And you can see here when the teacher has misunderstood a word, when he has misunderstood the message, how the message can get distorted. And that is why this is such an incredible tool we have received here through Helen Schuckman to basically clarify thousands and thousands of years of misunderstandings. That is our job as a Course in Miracles students, is to integrate this idea, understand who am I, and then it's not that you need to do anything special. It is just once you have understood it, you just live by it. It just is automatic. You don't need to pretend that you are understanding something. It's just that you remember it in each one of the instances or you don't. This is the question. How many instances in a day do you remember that you are the Holy Son of God? And how many instances in a day did you allow the ego to take over? You see? So let's start again. I am God's Son, complete and healed and whole, shining in the reflection of His love. In me is His creation sanctified and guaranteed eternal life. In me is love perfected, fear impossible, and joy established without opposite. I am the holy home of God Himself. I am the heaven where His love resides. I am His holy sinlessness itself, for in my purity abides His own. And this prayer we should probably read. If we don't repeat the Course in Miracles now, we should read this particular prayer every single day, in the morning and in the evening, and we should read the last lessons where we are handing it over to God, handing our life over to God. So the additional explanation goes like this. Our use for words is almost over now. Yet in these final days of this 1 year we gave to God together, you and I, we found a single purpose that we shared. And thus you joined with me. So what I am are you as well. And I've told you that many times. Your presence here is very, very important to me. Also, if you come here after I have finished recording, because this transcends time. This transcends space. This is important. And thus you joined with me. So what I am are you as well. The truth of what we are is not for words to speak of or to describe. Yet we can realize our function here, and words can speak of this and teach it too if we exemplify the words in us. I don't even understand what the word exemplify means. I'm going to have to read this up. Probably if we make an example of it within us. I am very, very grateful. Here's my tea. I'm very, very grateful that you are here. That we have come this far together. It would have not been possible for me without your consistent presence. Witnessing, really, and me reading and creating classes for A Course in Miracles. So what am I are you as well. The truth of what we are is not for words to speak or describe, yet we can realize our function here, and words can speak of this and teach it too if we exemplify the words in us. We are the bringers of salvation. We accept our part as saviors of the world, which through our joint forgiveness is redeemed. And this, our gift, is therefore given us. We look on everyone as brothers and perceive all things as kindly and as good. Everything what is around us, we perceive as kindly and as good. We are the light within this darkness. We do not seek a function that is past the gates of heaven. Knowledge will return when we have done our part. We are concerned only with giving welcome to the truth. And that's what Qigong will help you. I'm inviting you to do daily Qigong lessons in my English Qigong channel, or Spanish if you speak Spanish. Now that we are finishing that, I have more time recording new Qigong classes in English as well. Ours are the eyes through which Christ's vision sees a world redeemed from every thought of sin. Ours are the ears that hear the voice of God proclaim the world as sinless. We are proclaiming it as sinless. Ours the minds which join together as we bless the world. And from the oneness that we have attained, we call to all our brothers, asking them to share our peace and consummate our joy. And this is what we are doing in Qigong. We don't even need the words. We just need to get into alignment, which I've taught you in the Wuji posture. We come into alignment. We just become aware that this body belongs to earth. We remember that our mind belongs to God. And this human experience is in harmony between yin and yang, between this world and heaven. This is what humanity's job is here, to remember, to help remember and remind each other that we are divine spiritual beings. If you have never done Qigong before, I've recorded 2 lessons which are explaining how Qigong can help you as a Course in Miracles student. And you can find the links below in the description. Ours are the eyes through which Christ's vision sees a world redeemed from every thought of sin. Ours are the ears that hear the voice of God proclaim the world as sinless. Ours the mind which join together as we bless the world, and from the oneness that we have attained, we call to all our brothers, asking them to share our peace and consummate our joy. We are the holy messengers of God who speak for Him and carrying His word to everyone whom He has sent to us. We learn that it is written on our hearts. As thus our minds are changed about the aim for which we came and which we seek to serve, we bring glad tidings to the Son of God who thought He suffered. Now is He redeemed, and as He sees the gate of heaven stand open before Him, He will enter in and disappear into the heart of God. We are the holy messengers of God who speak for Him and carrying His word to everyone whom He has sent to us. We learn that it is written on our hearts. And this particular talking of God to the person which is there, this is not something which you are thinking of with your ego and saying, okay, I should say this, that, and the other. No, it is just being there and then allowing yourself to connect, as you have learned with Qigong. Allow the awareness, the holiness to sink into your heart, sink your mind into your heart, into your belly, and then allow the wisdom and the words to arise without thinking about it with your ego mind. That is what our job is. It is written on our hearts, and thus our minds are changed about the aim for which we came and which we seek to serve. We bring glad tidings to the Son of God who thought He suffered. Now is He redeemed, and as He sees the gate of heaven stand open before Him, He will enter in and disappear into the heart of God. The heart of God. And that is very interesting in Qigong as well. You have got yin, which is the female. You have got the yang, which is the male. And then you have got the yin-yang, which is in the heart center. And the external force is humanity. And you want to use those three forces in this human life to come back into balance, to remember who you truly are. And let's read one more time what the Course is telling us of who we truly are. What am I? I am God's Son, complete and healed and whole, shining in the reflection of His love. In me is His creation sanctified and guaranteed eternal life. In me is love perfected, fear impossible, and joy established without opposite. I am the holy home of God Himself. I am the heaven where His love resides. I am His holy sinlessness itself, for in my purity abides His own. And all I need to do is not purify my soul. No, all I need to do is remember that I am already pure. I just have to allow it to arise. I have to remove the obstacles to love's presence. Remember, we are supposed to read that special idea every single day during this 10-day period to really allow it to sink in. So, with this absolutely beautiful and final special thought, I'm guiding you to those different classes. And you have the list here for the Course in Miracles lessons. And here you have got the different links. And remember, you're the Holy Child of God. Let me know how this goes for you. Love, light, and chi to you.